remember my video 2 months ago called Did Minitoon Just Reveal the Next Piggy Game?
Well, yes, he did.
Now in that video we talked about how Minitoon had an amazing idea for a brand new game that no one has ever done before, an MMORPG. Basically open world! Although Minitoon specifically emphasized that it was just an idea, it wasn't certainly bound to happen. And so months passed with absolutely no word. It started to fade from the minds of cute Jenna and little Timmy as their dreams of building event campus heaven base slowly faded away. Until a few days ago. It all started on my birthday, December 28th, 2020. It feels like a year ago now, where Minitoon said, "Ahoy everyone! I have a question for you all. What kind of things would you like to see in an open world piggy game? I'd love to hear your ideas." Oh, that statement got everyone's adrenaline pumping. Creecraft probably spent the entire day, didn't even upload a video, just coming up with ideas for the Piggy open world game. He replies below: 1. A large world with locations from the OG game. 2. If you die, you become infected and can chase other players. 3. Savaging? Do you mean scavenging? So scavenging around the map looking for water, food, etc. to survive. Ability to build small structures to survive in. An XP system with levels to unlock cool stuff. And then Minitoon replied below saying, 1. Planned for the prototype release, but will be updated with new locations and maybe updated versions of old ones. 2. Already being worked on. 3. Got that. 4. Plan for a future update. 5. Definitely want to have more progression than in regular Piggy. This is huge and a completely different game to anything that we're used to. Well, I guess apart from Rust, but that's what Piggy does best. It reinvents typically adult games into a more kid-friendly, well, I say kid-friendly, but I'd say Roblox-friendly style. Rihanna, birthday girl?
Yes!
Said badges or daily missions, like maybe a mission could be get a certain food or item and find a new PC or something like that. And Minitoon replies, I'll have side quests that are randomly generated from survivor NPCs, either in your base or abroad, but this will be when the game is almost finished. And Platinum says,
I would like to see Mario.
Okay, I love the variety of suggestions here. And so Minitoon got to work. I wouldn't be surprised if he hired the elves that got fired from Santa's workshop after Christmas, and he got busy until January 1st, where he again tweets, Ahoy everyone, Happy New Year. Behold, a preview of what the character creation will be like for the open world Piggy game. I'm planning on releasing this game as an early concept sometime before the 15th of January, so early January to celebrate the new year. And post a sick video showing actual proper looking character customization. Like, that's insane. You could choose between shirts and skirts.
And I love how one of the colors is just really black.
So that's actually really awesome. It looks really cool. But notice how he says, before the 15th of January. So that means he's gonna be working pretty hard to get a completely new game out by the 15th of January. I'm thinking we're not gonna be seeing any new Piggy updates before then. And unfortunately for you Piggy scholars out there who are just waiting desperately for Chapter 5, from the amount of tweets Minitoon's posted about the open world Piggy game, it looks like that's going to be the case. 2 days later on January 3rd, Minitoon tweets, Ahoy everyone! Here's some news about the new game. Survivor PvP will be included, but it can be disabled in the main menu settings. Oh, thank God! Cute Jenna! Oh boy, her life is saved! Thank goodness! Oh, she would have been in so much trouble if there was PvP. As soon as she would have seen another person, she would have wet her pants and started crying because she wouldn't know what to do. Does she go up and attack them? But she doesn't know how to use a weapon. And Mummy says using weapons on people is bad. No. Cute Jenna is not a sinner, so she will turn PvP off. Honestly though, this is actually a really smart idea for Minitoon because the main player base of Piggy are probably the ones that are a bit younger than your average Arsenal or Phantom Forces player or just any PvP game sort of player. So they definitely prefer an option where there wouldn't be PvP. So the big boy trolls with the big bucks and the big skills can't constantly kill them and make them cry to their parents 24/7. And PvP will also be disabled at any safe location, such as spawns. However, if you become infected, PvP will be locked on, so you don't always escape escape, little Jenna. And note that you won't be able to enter safe zones as an infected, and you will always have the option to respawn to go back to normal when infected. Fair enough, can't have Max Cool 44 just wandering around the wasteland super bored, just begging for someone to kill him. Like, imagine that. You purposely get someone infected, and then you all just run and hide in the safe zone, and they're just out there looking inside like, guys, please kill me. Please, I don't want to be infected. And speaking of that horrible infection virus, Minitoon posts, ahoy everyone. Here is a look at how being infected will look. With every infected hit, they have a small chance of infecting you. Once that happens, your heart will beat and the screen will turn red as an infection meter slowly depletes. Oh my god, are you telling me my heart's not beating until I start getting infected? Are we all already dead? It was sped up here to demonstrate. And look at this, Edward Ellie, my poor boy. He sacrificed himself so we could laugh at Minitoon's Twitter post, so we could get excited for Minitoon's game. He will not be remembered though.
Rest in peace, Edward Ellie.
Then Minitoon replies down below, in-game the infection meter will probably deplete over a minute rather than 10 seconds here. Just enough time to say your goodbyes to your friends. There will also be a notification asking if you'd like to respawn once you become fully infected. Oh, that's awfully kind. Why isn't that a thing in Piggy? Oh, yes, sir. It appears that you died and became infected. Would you like to respawn, or would you like to join the eternal ranks of the undead army? It's like Mrs. P gets infected by Mr. P's potion. But wait, no. She has an option to respawn if she wants. And so she just does that and everyone lives happily ever after. And Mr. P goes back to being like the naked potato that he is, and he does the orange justice. A day after posting that, Minitoon then continues his spree of working on this game. This guy must be working like 24/7. I don't know how he does it. He posts, ahoy everyone, some more open world Piggy news. If you're fighting in melee combat and are close to and facing an enemy, once attacking, you will get a guaranteed hit and stun them. This lock-on feature can be disabled if you dislike it, but it is mostly to help mobile players. I don't think anything's gonna be able to help those poor mobile players. Mr. Turn 75 degrees, walk at the speed of a snail, turn 80 degrees, and then just starts walking into a wall, and keeps walking into the exact same wall for 5 seconds before he stops, realizes where he is, and then has to turn again. That poor guy. I kid. This feature will be very good though. Melee weapons are the only weapons that can stun others, as ranged weapons will not. On a side note, the infected cannot use ranged weapons.
Excuse me, Minitoon? Then how come Bunny can wield a crossbow, Minitoon, or Willow Wolf wield a gun? I don't think you're really sticking to the lore of your game, Minitoon.
Down below in the comments, Creecraft replies, I can't wait to play this. My username's this comes in with a cracker of a ha-ha. By open world Piggy, does that mean I can load in the jailbreak map and play Piggy on there? Oh, that's a good one. Diddly Darn Dendo replies, do we get to use fists and do we get to choose the melee weapon we obtain? And Minitoon says you start with fists as a weapon, but around the map you'll find various weapons. The weapons you find will save, even when oofed. And finally, Antic says, I have a feeling being new to PC, I'm going to get quite annoyed at this, aren't I, lol? So what will this dark virus-stricken world look like? Will there be social distancing? Will there be quarantining? Well, we have some screenshots. Just yesterday, Minitoon posts, maybe going to the refinery wasn't such a good idea after all.
Said every noob ever, they never pick refinery in book 2. It's always just store.
But he shows an image with his character and their best friend, Dylan, getting absolutely swarmed by a huge amount of infected. Holy moly, I did not realize it was that bad. Yeah, that is actually kind of a weird thing to think about, because in the original game, you're only ever up against at most like 5 infected because of infection, but usually you're only up against 1 infected because of bot or player. It really doesn't capture the sheer amount of infected people it would take to absolutely crumble a society like it did in the actual Piggy game, and this does showcase it super well here. This is what Chapter 3 The Refinery should actually look like in the Piggy game. Look at that is heckin' terrifying. I even think the cat character has peed their skirt. He didn't make it! Dylan! We're gonna be seeing a lot of that in this game. When you're playing this game, you really need a box of tissues next to you because this is gonna be worse than the Titanic. Anyway, what do you think about all this? Are you excited for this brand new experience? Do you think it's gonna do well? Maybe it could take over the original Piggy. Heck, maybe it has a chance at taking the #1 throne from Adopt Me itself. And also, pitting it against the original Piggy, what would you prefer? A new Piggy update, or would you prefer the open world game? Because I know some people would actually prefer just a new chapter than a whole new game. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Goodbye!